be encouraging from a South African point of view is the fact that the shorter the game brings the teams closer.
Hi, I'm Steve Parry and I'm here to tell you about British Gas Swim Britain.
From a South African point of view is the fact that the shorter the game...
British Gas, they've got a great aim. They want to get more people swimming regularly by 2015. So in order to take part in Swim Britain, you've got a team challenge. There's 4 of you. You've all got to swim 1,000 metres. You do 250 metres each in a relay until you've done the 1,000 metres. Swim Britain is going to help you get fitter and healthier, and they're even going to give you tips along the way. It's all going to accumulate in 10 events in September at venues across the country. Now, logistics of this event are super easy. You're going to get a swimming cap, a t-shirt and a timing chip. You pick them up at the venue on the day. So all you need to think about is the regular stuff. Your swimming goggles and a pair of trunks. You could wear these or perhaps some of these. You might want 2 towels as well instead of 1. So you'll need 1 towel for poolside and also a towel for when you get changed at the end. Maybe a bit of shampoo as well. And last but not least, make sure you take some water with you. So how does the Swim Britain relay work? Well, you've got to get your teammates. Here's one of mine, me Chris. Just happens to be an international swimmer. I'll have some of that. He's going to lead off. Let's go, Chris. Yes. When he's done his 250 metres, he's got to make sure that his timing chip registers. Don't worry, there'll be people there on the day to make sure that that happens. Chris is then going to walk over to his second teammate, who's going to be in the transition area, and he's going to give him a high five. Nice high five. Then Chris is done. He's good to go. He can go have a little bit of a rest. It's going to get very crowded if all of you are waiting at the end of the pool. So we've got a rule. Only the person that's swimming next can be in the transition zone. So Swim Britain's going to be like no event you've ever done before, largely because of these bad boys. They're actually called boys, and you're going to have to swim around them. When you're swimming down the pool, you've got to keep the buoy to your left-hand side. And when you're swimming back up the pool, you've got to keep it to your right-hand side. Just keep an eye out for them. Big orange things, can't miss them. Stay as tight as you can to the buoy. You've only got to swim 250 metres. There's no point swimming any more than that if you don't have to. Once you've got your team together, make sure you get the opportunity to train together. Set yourself both an individual goal. You know what? Challenge the other guys on your team as well. You might surprise yourself and with some good training, beat the time that you thought you were going to go. What about making some hoodies with your team name on there? You're taking on everyone else in Swim Britain. You've got to get in there with the right frame of mind. Maybe you want to go in some fancy dress. I don't suggest you swim in the fancy dress. That might slow you down a little bit. Maybe you can even come up with your own song, you know. I can see all 4 of you doing the Gangnam Style. Maybe not. But most of all, make sure there's some cracking banter between you and your teammates, and let's maximise the fun that we're going to have on Swim Britain. Good luck and enjoy.
Well, a very good afternoon to you here at Swansea at the Welsh National Pool, and welcome to session 15 of the British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals for 2013. And I'm Duncan McKinnell, and just before we get started this afternoon, I'm very happy to be joined by two very important people around here. Lisa Forrest, the Swim Wales events manager, and Martin Noble, who is our lead referee for this week's competition. So, Lisa and Martin, first of all, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon before we get going. So, Lisa, you have a critical role, I guess, in the smooth running of this week. Tell me a little bit about what goes on here, particularly the bits that we don't see on the pool side.
Okay, thank you. Basically, behind the scenes of the meet, you'll see maybe a snapshot of the technical operation in the glass box across the other side of the pool. A lot, obviously, timing goes on there, but behind the scenes also there is marshalling, cool room, front of house information point, and obviously a lot of printing and information is gathered out in the back offices. Withdrawals are taken, and also messages and phone calls from parents and coaches.
And a 7-day meet, so a lot of volunteers must be involved, as well as, of course, the people from Swim Wales itself in this. Approximately how many volunteers do you have involved to run a meet like this?
We have approximately around 60 volunteers. Some of those are obviously the officials team, but we have quite a good core of officials and volunteers that actually support pre-meet and post-meet. They come along and help set up and take all the boards down tomorrow when we've finished and do things like that. So, we can't run this without the 60 volunteers that we have involved.
Martin, we mentioned officials there because you are responsible for making sure that we've got officials of the top quality here. So is that a big task, or are people flocking to come and officiate at these national championships?
We've been pretty lucky, actually. We've had a good response from the officials throughout Wales, and the more the merrier as far as we're concerned. So we've been really pleased this week, where we've had between 20 and 40 officials actually on the deck for each session.
And if it's a 1500 session, is that slightly more difficult?
That's an extremely difficult session, along with the 800 metre session. But, we always get the volunteers, and we're always pleased to see them there. So we manage, we get there.
One of the things that's very noticeable coming down to events down here is the number of young officials that you've got. I think that's quite a contrast to other parts of the UK. What's your secret there?
I don't know. We're really proud of our young officials. Over the last few years, they've been coming to us and been really willing, really able, and really enthusiastic about getting involved, not only on the officiating side, but also on the voluntary side, doing other jobs around the pool. So I think probably the secret is they've got the chance to have a variety of roles, and they lap it up. So,
and we're just seeing some shots of the control box there, so that's a pretty important function under your control as well.
That's an extremely important function. That's where all the results are not only taken during each swim, but they're collated as well, and everything, all the information goes out from there. So extremely important. But we got two really good people down there, plus the volunteers.
And just going back to Lisa, just as you go through, so we're just about 5 days through now. Anything that's kept you awake at nights?
Everything, I think. Planning the warm-up has been the biggest challenge, really. Getting 650 swimmers into the warm-up this morning was definitely a challenge. But thank you to the coaches and obviously the parents that are supporting those swimmers and helped us make that work.
Yes, I don't know that I've ever seen a swimming pool as packed as it was this morning. It was just fantastic, the numbers that you've attracted to this meet. That in itself must make you very proud.
Oh, definitely. We've extended by a day, and we did wonder whether we would fill it. I think my message is 12 days, but I'm not sure anybody's going to follow through on that. I think people are concerned about that, but we could definitely fill more days.
So Lisa and Martin, thank you very much for all your efforts so far in this 5 days. I wish you every best for the remaining 2 days of this competition. Certainly from Quipu TV, we've loved being down here, and we wish you all the best for a successful conclusion to the meet.
Good, thanks very much. Thank you.
So thanks very much to Lisa Forrest and to Martin Noble, our events manager and lead referee here. Two very important people in this whole proceedings to give us such a smooth run through of a very complex competition. And it was good of them to take some time out of what is a very busy time, particularly just at the lead into a final session. Before we go into that, they'll have their hands full over the next hour and a half. And we're going to have an exciting session, I think. I'm joined once again by Mark Tancock. He's just getting himself into position now, so we'll just give him a moment to settle himself.
Good evening, Duncan. Good to be back again.
Good evening. It's great to have you back again. I'm slightly surprised that you're all huddled up here in a sweatshirt. I am absolutely sweating like a pig here. You're obviously feeling the cold.
Well, I think the actual T-shirt I've been wearing all day has come to its end of its lifespan due to the sweat earlier. So this is the only top I had left downstairs. So I'm on desperate measures here.
So true confessions here from the commentary position as we are just about ready to get underway now. We'll be bringing our officials on. Of course, Martin Noble has scampered down to get organised with that. Just a chance to talk a little bit through the programme this evening. Of course, we had that very busy heat session this morning, and we're running through the finals of those same events this evening. It was a terrific audience that we got on Quipu, not just in the pool. It was absolutely heaving in the pool, but over 2,000 of you tuned in this morning. So thank you very much if that was you. And you spent on average some 20-odd minutes watching us. So that was the biggest audience that we've had so far in these championships. And it's lovely to know that you're interested in what's going on here in the Welsh National Pool, following your favourite swimmers, and it's great as we see what they're all battling about, those medals, that you're able to tune in and join us. So this evening's competition, we start off with sprints, 50 backstroke and 50 breaststroke, the older swimmers then the younger swimmers on the breaststroke. Going to be some tight ones here, I think. Followed by the 200 freestyle and 100 backstroke. And as has been our tradition, we finish off with the relay. And this evening, it's the girls 10 to 18 medley relay. And there'll be 2 heats of that to close off our session this evening. Just a quick word as the officials are introduced, just to say thank you once again to the people who have helped to support the bringing of this meet together, British Gas and Swim Wales, and all of Swim Wales' commercial partners for their continued support. So with sprints on to start with, Mark, just looking through the programme, Thomas Gabb of Millfield, he was impressive this morning, 28.95. The championship record, 28.56. Do you think he could knock on the door of that?
I think so. What heat is he going in, sorry, Duncan?
Sorry, and this is on the 50 backstroke.
Oh, yes, I've just noticed it now. Sorry, I didn't have the sheet in front of me, but yeah, I think, you know, we could be seeing some record-breaking attempts tonight. We've seen plenty of those already, plenty of PBs from the seed times they did have. I wasn't sure actually how old their seed times were, but we've seen some record breaking as far as up to 4, 5, 6 seconds in front of that. So not sure we'll get that much in the backstroke, but we'll see.
So the swimmers coming on now, and in lane 1 we have got Michael Gray of City of Cardiff. In fact, it's Jacob Wass, I believe, the reserve, coming into lane 1. From Warrington, 2 is Thomas Vaughan of Bevington, 3 Braden Hartles of Birmingham, 4 the guy we were talking about, Thomas Gabb of Millfield, 5 Jonathan Orchard, Pembs County, Owen Roberts, Nova Centurion in 6, Jack Talentire of Sunderland in 7, and Samuel Wild of Mould in lane 8. So Thomas Gabb, 28.95, actually 100th faster than the fastest in the older age group. So in the green cap in lane 4, just getting himself psyched up. Of course, they'll be jumping in the pool for the backstroke, and Some of them just like to jump out a bit and then swim in, get the feel of the water. And looks like Thomas was one of them. So off they go then. So Thomas over a second faster than anybody else in the heat, and a nice push off the wall there from him, but they're coming down fairly close. But Thomas Gabb is now starting to make his move. The 4 swimmers on the near side all in the line, so anyone's race for second and third, but this is the Thomas Gabb show here in the green cap. He's a body length clear as they come into the final 5. Now let's just see what time he can do. He takes it in beautiful style, 28.33. We start off with a record there. Brilliant stuff to get us going. Thomas Gabb, he was 6 and a bit tenths faster than he was in the heat, and he takes it in fine style there.
He was the last one to come up out of the water as well, and he came up from the backstroke last as well in lane 4, and what a fantastic start to the day.
Thomas Gabb then first. Jonathan Orchard will pick up silver, and Braden Hartles the bronze medalist in that first event. So we're moving straight on to the 17-18 final, and just starting to move to his place in the blocks. There he is from Borough of Kirklees, Luke Riding with the big BK on his cap. In lane 2 from Wigan is Mitchell Walmsley. Where's he gone? There he is, the best on his cap. 3 is from Leander, Toby Sariki. Lane 4 in the yellow from Llantrisant, George Boast. In lane 5 it's Tor Wheeler of Amphibians. 6 is Andrew Plummer, a second swimmer from Wigan Best. 7 from Torvain Dolphins, Lewis Baker. And lane 8 from Seven Oaks in the familiar red cap, Alexander Macaulay. 28.96 the fastest through to 31.47. 8 tenths is George Boast's advantage, so again I think we could have a dominant performance out of 4. So away they go. George Boast then. Let's see what he can do. It's got a breaststroke gold medal to his name already. Can he add a backstroke 1 to that? It does look like he's got the advantage. Second is a battle between lanes 5 and 6. Tor Wheeler, Andrew Plowan. Just behind them, Toby Sariki. But it is the gold cap of Llantrisant's George Boast. He's going to take it. And he comes in pretty comfortably, and a second championship record going in 2 races, 28.57. The previous record 28.86, so 2 out of 2 so far. These guys are really showing us how it's done. And look at that as well. In second we have a dead heat tie, 29.42, Tor Wheeler and Toby Sariki. So, impressive stuff to start with. Let's see if the girls can match the boys here. Coming up to lane 1, Maxwell's Anna Chappell. This is the 14, 15-year-old girls, of course. Llantrisant's Emma Sutton will be in lane 2. Just seeing her come up there. In 3 is Jessica Sutton of City of Leicester. In 4, Bethan Connolly of City of Cardiff. 5 is Annie Keppel-Palmer of Seven Oaks. 6, Isabel Booth, also from Seven Oaks. Erin Bryce of Newport goes in 7. And Imogen Hunt getting a huge cheer, the Bridgend girl, who goes in lane 8. This one I think will be very close. 32.43, 32.51, 2 in the 32.6s. This is anyone's race, I think.
Really, really exciting.
So let's see how this develops. Bethan Connolly, the fastest qualifier, 32.43. Not the best of starts from her. Seven Oaks girl Annie Keppel-Palmer is up there, but they're coming down pretty much in a line. Lane 7, Erin Bryce of Newport also in the mix. But this is going to be about finishing skills here. Starting to move is Cardiff's Bethan Connolly in lane 4. And maybe she is going to come through after a slightly shaky start. She comes through and takes it 31.97. So good swim from her. She was faster than she was in the heat. Just a few tenths away from the championship record, but a good swim, particularly after maybe not the best start. Annie Keppel-Palmer takes silver there, and Jessica Sutton of City of Leicester will take the bronze. First gold then for, well, no, second gold in fact for Bethan Connolly. Obviously a sprint specialist, 50 fly she had as well. As we move to the 16 to 18s. And coming over to her position in lane 1 is Dumfries Dolphins' Terry Johnson. Long walk for her across the end of the pool. In lane 2, coming up is Bebington's Melanie Rowland. There she is in shot now. In lane 3 from City of Cardiff is Sophie Cox. In 4, the fastest qualifier from Backwell, Katie O'Malley. Stretching out there in 5 from Pembs County, Isabel Johns. In 6, Rebecca Jennard of Harlech. 7 is Olivia Handley of Beckenham. And lane 8, Claire Beddoe of Shrewsbury. So the fastest time here, 32.29 and then 32.32. So expect another very tight one. Katie O'Malley, Isabel Johns, the fastest 2. So they go in lanes 4 and 5, the Backwell and Pembs County girls. Let's see who gets the best start. Nice start from lane 7, Olivia Handley of Beckenham. And that's just given her the slightest of edges. Now can she follow through on that in the swim? I think she's just got the edge here in lane 7, but once again all 8 swimmers really within about half a metre of each other as they come through, starting to make a move. In 5 it's Isabel Johns. Is she going to take it? Is it going to be lane 7, Olivia Handley? I think it might be between these two.
Isabel Johns. Oh.
Yes, Isabel Johns, 31.97 for her. And that is our 3rd championship record out of 4 races. Isabel Johns writes a new record, 31.97, bringing the record under 32 seconds for the first time. Olivia Handley, who had a terrific start and led for a lot of the way down there, is just a tenth behind, 32.07. And in 3rd place, over on the far side, Terry Johnson. She must have got a really tight, good finish there to grab 3rd place for the girl from southwest Scotland.
I'm not being biased at all, but 2 Welsh wins to kick things off here with the girls.
So why wouldn't we be pleased about that? And looking back to the boys, we also had George Boast, a Welshman as well. So 3 out of the 4 so far. And 3 records as well, 2 of them for Welsh girls. So very impressive start to proceedings here. So we're still on 50 breaststroke now, and we've got Lewis Smart of Littlehampton in 1 for the 11-12 boys, Dennis Cousins of Amphibians in 2, Joshua Loney swims Swansea in 3, Ethan Ryland of Bevington in 4, 5 is Dan Elkin of Millfield. James Bilbao goes for Hereford in 6. Niall Dunn for Aquabears in 7. And Owen Knowles of Dorking in lane 8. So this 50 breaststroke for the younger ones, a new event, so no championship record stand in this one. So it's really all about gold medal here, and Bevington's Ethan Ryland the fastest in the white cap from the heat, but beside him is Millfield's Dan Elkin. Already seen one Millfield win this evening in the form of Thomas Gabb, so let's see if Dan Elkin can double up that for the Millfield school team. He is certainly in there along with Ethan Ryland. It's going to be between the 2 of them. Now this is all about getting a good touch here into the stroke and in, and it was Dan Elkin who did that. just 400ths in it there, 36.84 and 36.8. So that one I think very much was about finishing skills. Joshua Loney it is taking the third place. So lane 5 there. Dan Elkin, 2 Millfield gold medals then. Millfield, of course, very strong swimming programme. A terrific facility at Millfield School.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and 2 Millfield winners already, but it's down to the touch again. How many times have we seen it come down to the touch? Unbelievable.
So we're back to swimming then as the 13, 14-year-old finalists come on, and leading them out, Bevington's Jordan Dodd, who will go in lane 1. He walks across there. In 2 from Dumfries is Samuel Johnson. There he is. In 3 from Redditch, Benjamin Lewis in the red cap. 4 is from First, Gareth Haberfield. In 5 from Welshpool, Billy Hunt. In 6 from the Welsh Independent, James Gilly. 7, Richard Mawson, City of Leeds, waiting to get onto the block. And Jack Skews of City of Cardiff in lane 8. So 34.26, Gareth Haberfield, 34.27, Billy Hunt. So who knows how this one will work out. Blue cap off first for Gareth. Billy of Welshpool in the silver cap. Great start from James Gilly though, and Richard Mawson, and for that matter Jack Scoose on the near side. So a tight one indeed. I think it is lane 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 all there or thereabouts. Gareth Haberfield is starting to move up. He's up against lane 6, James Gilly. I think it might be between these two, but Haberfield is coming through strongly here in the blue cap. I think he takes it, he does take it, 33.42. Oh, 8/10 faster than he was in the heat, so well done to Gareth. Part of that first programme in Central Scotland. Second place, James Gilly, the Welsh Independent, and Billy Hunt taking third place from Welshpool.
Yeah, first regular tweeters of ours on the social network, and as well they'll be delighted with that as a club.
And I think that is a first gold medal for Gareth as well, so celebrations for him. Just looking at the list of previous medalists, and he's not there at all in fact, so goes straight to the top of the podium in that one. So we think we might be moving to presentations next. Let's just wait and get confirmation of that. We've still got one more set of sprints to go. The girls 50 breaststroke, 10, 11s and 12 and 13s, and then we'll be on to the 200 freestyle. You see there a shot down the pool to the podium area where the 1, 2, 3 is, and to the right of that the main scoreboard here. A very clear scoreboard here, and makes it very easy for people all round the pool area to see what happened. So the poolside announcer just calling for the medalists. And we are going to medal presentations now.
Yeah, Jeremy Cole, the manager of the facility here, is going to be presenting the medals to the swimmers. Does a fine job of this facility.
And it's important, of course, to keep a good partnership going between the pool management and the event management.
Yeah, well, Jeremy and Lisa, their offices are actually just a couple of doors apart, so they work very closely together, and obviously Jeremy works very closely with Swim Wales as a governing body, with Swim Wales having hosted offices here as well.
Yeah, we're just waiting for some swimmers to come out here for their presentation. We've got one of them there. I'm not sure which swimmer that is. I think it's the gold medalist. We're slightly disorganised here. That is Thomas Gabb taking the gold medalist. At the moment, he's got nobody either side of him, so I'm not sure what's happened to the silver and bronze medalist here. I'm sure we'll be finding them somewhere, but just at the moment, they're posted missing. So we're moving on to the 17-18 records, and we had a tie for the silver here. Toby Sariki of Leander and Amphibians Tor Wheeler. So they share the podium there and look happy to do that. Both have had the top spot to themselves before. Toby winning the 50 fly, Tor the 100 backstroke, not quite able to do the backstroke 50 and 100 double because he was edged out by this man, George Boast, in a new championship record time, 28.57. And I think that we might well be going to interview with George. And Rhiannon is there. So we'll hand over to Rhiannon to see what George has to say.
Congratulations, George. You look really happy. How does it feel to win?
Oh, it's great. I'm glad to get another gold medal in their bag. It's my last race. It's good to win.
Well, it's definitely a good end to the meet for you then. We noticed that you had a really good start. Can you explain a bit about your technique?
Well, the fastest place to be, I've always been told, is under the water. So the longer I'm under the water, the faster I'll be.
And you're up against some really good competitors. How does that affect how you race?
Well, it's obvious you're always going to want to win. And in the heats, when I had Toby come up next to me, I got to be honest, made a bit of a mess in my pants because he's huge and I'm not the tallest, but I'm glad to win, to be honest.
Well, congratulations, and thanks for talking to us.
Be the interview of the meet so far.
Medal
That last
presentation.
response, but a great answer about the start there from him as well. So we move straight on to our next presentations. This is the girls 14-15 50 backstroke. Bronze medalist from City of Leicester is Jessica Sutton. So she looks pleased. Silver medalist from Sevenoaks, Annie Keppel-Palmer. To gold and a silver and a bronze so far for her. So medal number 4 is silver for Annie. And the gold medalist from City of Cardiff, Bethan Connolly. Well, certainly there was no doubting that George Boast was a Welshman from his accent. And of course, as you mentioned earlier, another Welsh victory in this one. Bethan Connolly, City of Cardiff. And the 16 to 18-year-olds will now get their presentation. From Dumfries Dolphins, Terry Johnson getting the bronze medal. I'm not sure whether she's still just tired or what about her, but certainly puffing a bit maybe there. Silver medalist coming out, Olivia Handley of Beckenham, getting a very good cheer from her team. And the gold medalist, also a new championship record, Isabel Johns of Pembrokeshire County. So another Welsh girl gracing the top of the podium. So congratulations to all three of them. Are we interviewing her? Not sure whether we are or not. She certainly seems to have slipped away, so Rhiannon Is she going to chase her, or maybe we're moving on? Maybe she had other ideas. So back to the swimming now, and we've got the 50 breaststroke girls now, 10, 11-year-olds. And we're just starting to come out to the blocks. As we just get our cameras into position for there. There is lane 1, and it's Birmingham swimmer Charlotte Rigg. In 2 from City of Leeds, Emily Johnson. In 3, also from City of Leeds, is Kira Schlossen. In 4, from Wigan Best, Charlotte Nesta. In 5, from Crawley, Isabella Berlin. In 6, from City of Leeds, Zina Paniagua Gutierrez. In lane 7, from Keynsham, Rhiannon Bowen. And in lane 8, from Sevenoaks, Natasha Cook. 3 Leeds girls in this final, but the fastest qualifier, Charlotte Nesta from Wigan Best. So 37.56 up to 44.6. So they should spread out a bit, although there wasn't much between the 2 in the centre lanes in this morning's heats. Less than a tenth, in fact. And looks like lane 5 maybe just getting the better start there. Isabella Berlin. But coming up at her now is Charlotte Nesta of Wigan. And it's Charlotte who is moving through, trying to stay with them. Also Kira Schlossen of Leeds in 3. But it's looking like the Wigan girl is going to take this one. Charlotte Nesta is not going to be caught now, and she comes through and takes it in 37.18. So nice swim from her. Isabella Berlin takes silver, and Kira Schlossen of City of Leeds will take bronze. So a gold there for Charlotte Nesta. I think that is her first. She was silver medalist in the 100 breaststroke. Confirmation there of the final result. As we move rapidly on to our next final, and that is City of Birmingham's Lucy Gerard moving out to lane 1. Beside her, just in your shot now, there she is from first, Lucy Allen. In lane 3, City of Leeds, Amber Mason. In lane 4, from Swim Flintshire, Charlotte Walters. In lane 5, Eva Vickery of Coventry. 6 is Ayana Lawson of Modernians. Sophie McCallum swims Swansea in 7. And Katie McKenzie of Sky Dolphins in lane 8. So Charlotte Walters, I think, will be a nailed-on favourite here. 35.81, a couple of seconds faster than anybody else. Well, second and a bit anyway in the heats. And she's in lane 4 and starting to get in a stroke. But look at lane 7 as well. Sophie McCallum. So maybe she was holding back the 200 breaststroke gold medalist in lane 7. She's certainly in second, if not in first. I think it is lane 4 now. Charlotte Walters. Amber Mason is up there as well in lane 3. But Charlotte, as the race progresses, comfortably in the lead now. 35.26 for her. So improves on her heat time by half a second. So nice swim from her, really, as the race progressed. There's only one winner there. Amber Mason just coming through for second, 36.53 ahead of Sophie McCallum of Swim Swansea. So we're done with sprints for tonight. Did they live up to expectations, Mark?
Absolutely. Just another win there for Swim Flintshire. Great win for Charlotte Walters. They haven't spent too much on the podium, but a great win for Swim Flintshire, and quite a few wins in the sprints for the Welsh girls and guys.
And why wouldn't there be? The Welsh Championships, the Welsh swimmers want to perform their best, and I think they've done that and are doing it tonight. So I think we're going back to the podium now, and next up will be the boys 11-12 years 50 breaststroke.
Yeah, this time Sian Gillies from or Sian Gillies, sorry, from the national pool will be presenting the medals. She's actually the bookings manager here, so she works potentially more closely with Lisa Forrest, who had an interview on you, the events manager.
We've got a wee problem there with the medals going flying there, but we've retrieved them, so that's good. Joshua Loney, a swim Swansea there, gets the bronze medal. Hopefully it's not too bashed. Silver medal goes to Bevington's Ethan Ryland. Just waiting for him to come out. Here he comes. I think they were expecting him to come from the other side, but he's caught them unawares there. Like the shorts.
He's off to the beach, I think.
Let's look like it. Well, lovely beaches round here. Come to the beach in Swansea area. Gold medalist then from Millfield. Dan Elkins, second Millfield gold. We were discussing that earlier. And he looks pretty happy about that. And the three of them having a look round. Ethan Ryland, a big boy compared with the other two, isn't he? Bevington boy. So on to the 13-14s. And just waiting for the first of them to make their way onto the podium, which will be the bronze medalist. He seems to be missing. That was Welsh Bull's Billy Hunt. Oh, here he is. James Gilly, the Welsh independent, coming out for the silver medal. And the gold medalist from first. Oh, look at that grin. Oh, is he pleased or what? Gareth Haberfield. Absolutely delighted with that. Oh, yes.
That's good to see. That's great.
That's what it means to win a gold medal here in Swansea. Terrific stuff. And first time for him. I wonder if we'll see him back. So back to the swimming. And it's the boys 15, 16-year-old 200 freestyle. So from the one length of the pool, we move to 4 lengths of the pool here. And there in lane 1 from City of Leicester is Joel Allen. In lane 2, Bridgend's Owen Leary. In 3 from Aquasulis, Thomas Sinclair. In 4, Samuel Atkinson from Bolton Metro. 5 is Braden Hartles of Birmingham. 6 from Warrington Warriors, James Ross. Where's he? Here he is. That distinctive W. Lane 7 from Pembrokeshire County, Jonathan Orchard. And coming out, making his way to lane 8, the Torvine Dolphin swimmer, Alex Rosser. So fastest qualifier, Samuel Atkinson, but 3 swimmers with a 2:01 heat time and another couple with 2:02s. So I don't think this one will be a runaway victory. So let's see how it works out then. Samuel Atkinson in the centre lane, but it was lane 6, James Ross, looking to add to what is already a pretty extensive medal haul here. Gold medal this afternoon in the 400 IM was number 4 of these championships, and well, he has started very convincingly. He was the 400 free gold medalist, so 200, 400 double is one of the classic doubles in swimming. So let's see if he can do that. He's got about 2.5 meters on a line of 5 swimmers, near enough 7 swimmers actually, behind him. So James Ross at halfway, 56.55, so pretty tasty first 100 from him. So a 2:02 in the heats. based on that, he'll be fairly close to 2 minutes, you would think. He could get under it. Let's see if he can. Or maybe he'll tie up, of course, and that would perhaps open the door for the swimmers around him. Samuel Atkinson has moved into second, and it looks like he is closing a bit. So James is doing it the courageous way, taking it out hard at the beginning. Let's see if he can really push on in this last leg and hold off the challengers, because the challengers are coming, led by Samuel Atkinson in lane 4. Coming up strongly in 5 is Braden Hartles of City of Birmingham, but it is still James Ross. I don't think he is going to be caught as they come into the final 5 metres. It is going to be another gold for Mr. Ross, and he does go under 2 minutes, as does Samuel Atkinson. So great swimming from both of them. 1:59.19 James Ross. Samuel Atkinson second, 1:59.64, and Braden Hartles will take bronze, 2:00.81. So you can't always tell from the heats what's going to happen in the final. The fastest qualifier there has to settle for silver, and a great swim once again from James Ross.
Do you reckon in the Ross family they got enough room for all those medals?
Well, I have to tell you, remember we interviewed him a couple of days ago and he had a very broad Scots accent, so it's clearly in the genes.
Great stuff.
So we move rapidly on to the 17-18 200 freestyle, and in lane 1, Dalton Reed of Wigan Best. In lane 2, from Lincoln Vulcans, is Liam Noonan. In lane 3, Alistair Richards of City of Cardiff. In lane 4, from Torvine Dolphins, Matthew Fairless. In 5, from City of Birmingham, Lee McDonald. In lane 6, Mitchell Walmsley of Wigan Best. Moving on to lane 7, Matthew Price, a second Torvine Dolphin swimmer, is just making his way fairly casually to his block. And in lane 8, from Seven Oaks, Alexander Macaulay. So 2 from Torvine here, 2 from Wigan as well. A Wales-England battle brewing, maybe. 700s between Matthew Fairless and Lee McDonald. We saw a terrific swim from Matthew Fairless in the 400 IM this afternoon. He was the only swimmer in the age group, but he broke the championship record, so doubling up in 200 and 400 IM on the gold. Let's see if he can add a 200 freestyle to that. He's not picked up a freestyle gold medal, or any medal, in fact, that matter yet.
Well, it's been a great start by Alistair Richards from City of Cardiff in lane 3 at the turn there.
Yep, so he was the silver medalist in the 400 freestyle and very nearly got gold there. In fact, I think with a few meters to go, we all thought he was going to get gold and then just nipped it away from him. But anyway, it is lane 3, Alistair Richards, as we come to the halfway point. He's looking pretty relaxed. I saw he had quite a lot of facial hair as he came out there, so obviously not shaving down for this meet. So I suspect that means that he's got something else to come as his signature event of the year. He's now starting to be challenged. Matthew Fairless, we were talking about earlier, and Lee McDonald of City of Birmingham is in the mix as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a cracking end to this race as they turn for the split. Alistair Richards, 1:29.17.
So we're setting ourselves up for a tight finish here, because Matthew Fairless is right there with Alistair Richards now. So Cardiff against Torvine. It's going to be between the two of them as they get to about 10 metres to go. Looks like Alistair Richards still has the edge. He's going to have to work it to not lose it again, but this time it is safely secured. The goal, 1:58.85, and a new championship record to boot. So beats the old one by 1700ths. Matthew Fairless just behind him, 1:59.17. And looking down, it's Lee McDonald taking third, just over the 2 minutes, 2:00.97. So, just having a look back and counting the championship records. Well, of course, we had a number of events where it was being swum for the first time, so they don't really count. But out of the ones, it's something like 4 out of 6 I make it, so that is impressive stuff indeed. Whoa, interesting one on the screen there. I don't know what that was. You didn't see that. It's probably just as well. So I think we are going back to presentations now. And we are moving out to the 10, 11-year-old girls. And it's City of Leeds swimmer taking the bronze, Kira Schlosschen. I recognise that. Mark Arnold doing the presentations, Chief Operating Officer of Swim Wales. Isabella Berlin of Crawley coming in for silver. And the gold medalist from Wigan Best, Charlotte Nestor. Are we missing Charlotte? They're all looking out there, but none of them are Charlotte. I'm looking for Charlotte through there, can't find her there either. So I think Charlotte obviously has been sent straight to the swim down pool, I suspect. So hopefully she will be able to collect her medal later. As we move on to the 12, 13-year-olds. Sophie McCallum of Swim Swansea takes bronze here. Silver medalist is Amber Mason of City of Leeds. There she is. We've seen her a number of times on the podium. And the gold medalist, a very impressive swim from Swim Flintshire, Charlotte Walters. And she looks happy about it as well. So the three, having received the photo call, make their way back. And we're back to the swimming. And the girls 1450, 200 freestyle.
In lane 1 is Emily Hewitson, Dumfries Dolphins. Number 2, Tegan Galbraith,
So coming out to lane 1 is the Dumfries swimmer Emily Hewitson. Into lane 2 from Novio Cigar, Tegan Galbraith. In lane 3 from City of Cardiff, Seren Harris. In 4 from Northampton, Caitlin Hanna. In lane 5, representing first, Jenna Lafferty. In lane 6 from Swim Swansea, Harriet Wasnage. Making her way out to lane 7, representing Pembrokeshire County, Fionn Davies. And in lane 8, Ledbury swimmer Calypso Harvey, making her way to her block. So Caitlin Hanna was very impressive in this morning's heats. 2:10.53, set a new championship record there. She'll be looking to improve on that this evening. Maybe there is a surprise in for her. She was 2 seconds faster than anybody else in the heat, but Jenna Lafferty's up there with her. So is Seren Harris and Tegan Galbraith, and for that matter, Emily Hewitson as well on the far side. In fact, it might be Emily who turns first. It is 30.45 from Tegan Galbraith, Seren Harris. So, well, that's not what we expected perhaps. Jenna Lafferty also right there in the mix. But of course, a long way to go yet, as they're not even at halfway. And the 8 swimmers all there or thereabouts, just within about a body length of each other. But the Dumfries girl is certainly setting about this as though she wants it. 2:14.39 in the heat, so 4 seconds or so behind the fastest time, but she goes through in 1:03.48. Of course, sometimes the swimmers do play some tactical games in the heats, just doing enough to qualify and then showing what they can do for real when it comes to the final. Maybe that's what Emily has done here.
Just maintaining the lead there. Seren Harris in lane 3 from City of Cardiff is just come back into it, and also on her shoulder in lane 4 is Caitlin Hanna.
And it is tightening up now, just 3/10 between Emily Hewitson and Seren Harris, and then Caitlin Hanna as well. And so you think maybe these swimmers in the centre lanes are going to pounce here now. I think they have gone past Emily Hewitson, and in particular Caitlin Hanna now is turning on the style. She has got about half a metre on Seren Harris. And it's still Emily Hewitson in a medal position, I think. Can she hang on to that? Jenna Lafferty trying to take that away from her. But it's going to be Caitlin Hanna who takes it this time. 2:10.09. And that was 4/10 faster than she was in the heat. So it improves on that championship record. So yet another one bites the dust. So great stuff from Caitlin. Second place was Seren Harris, and Emily Hewitson did hold on to third. A good reward for a brave swim from her, taking it out very fast.
First place went to Caitlin Hanna, second Seren Harris, and third Emily Hewitson.
So 2:10.09 for the winner, Caitlin Hanna. Seren Harris second, 2:11 dead, and Emily Hewitson 2:11.62 in third place. Next up, we have the 16 to 18 200 freestyle final. So we don't hang about here in Swansea. And straight away out into lane 1 is Warrington swimmer Rachel Heesom. Beside her in lane 2 from Pembrokeshire County, Isabel Johns. In 3 from Hereford, Lydia Stratford. In 4, also from Hereford, Grace Alexander. In 5, from City of Leeds, getting a huge cheer, Lucy Emerson. In lane 6, from Warrington, Lauren Smith. In lane 7, from Bevington, Daniel Rowland. And making her way into lane 8, Stourbridge swimmer Natalie Dingley. Here she comes in the black cap. Looks a little unsure where she's going there, but she's made it. Now she knows where she wants to be in this final. The 16 to 18 years 200 freestyle. Well, Grace Alexander of Hereford, another one who set a new championship record in this morning's heats, 2:08.55. Some 3 seconds faster than anyone else, and the second fastest swimmer, Lucy Emerson herself, was about 4 seconds faster than the next best. So in theory at least, this should be a fairly straightforward affair, but as so often happens, it doesn't always work like that. And certainly lane 5 is moving out strongly, and that is Lucy Emerson of City of Leeds. You heard the cheer she got, I'm sure, as she came out to the blocks. Leeds are out in force to urge her on. They're camped out at the turn end of the pool in yellow, all of them with the cowboy hats on, and they are cheering on their swimmer, Lucy Emerson. She's up against Hereford's Grace Alexander, and these two are leading the field as they come to halfway. It is going to be the Leeds girl, Lucy Emerson, I think, just with the touch. Yes, by a couple of tenths. 1:02.62. And a good turn from her as well. So Lee's Grace Alexander, more work to do. But she's still in touch. She's only half a metre back. And, well, maybe she starts to close that down. Third place, Lydia Stratford of Hereford. So can Hereford get 2 swimmers onto the podium here? Coming to the final turn. And it's anyone's race between these leading 2. Lucy Emerson still just holding it, but the gap is practically nothing now. Coming down the last length, it's about extracting every last piece of energy and doing that in lane 4. Grace Alexander, she's just edged into the lead, but Lucy Emerson is not giving this one up just yet. She is fighting back with 10 metres to go now. It looks like the Hereford girl is going to do enough to take this one. She's had a real test. She's come through it, and she takes it 2:07.88. And once again, the record books are rewritten.
Grace Alexander pushed all the way there by Lucy Emerson, but Grace had a final push in the last 25. Superb race in there.
So well done to Grace. Should see the results summarised any moment. Grace Alexander 2:07.88. There it is. Lucy Emerson second, 2:08.34, and then quite a way back, but a good bronze medal for the second Hereford swimmer, Lydia Stratford. So Hereford will be happy about that. 2 medals for them, gold and bronze. And we're back to presentations once again. Braden Hartles, City of Birmingham, comes forward to take the bronze medal.
The silver medal is awarded to
It's another Englishman, Samuel Atkinson of Bolton Metro, coming forward for silver.
And the winning time of 1:59.
And James Ross
The gold medal, James Ross
of Warrington is forward for gold medal number 5.
He's been up there a few times, hasn't he?
Yes, he knows his way now.
Well done, gentlemen. And thank you to Jeremy Cole, Wales National Pool.
So congratulations to all of them. As we move on now to the 17-18-year-old presentation. City of Birmingham's Lee McDonald will come forward for the bronze. Here he comes. Cap tucked into his trunks there. He checks he's got the right colour. Matthew Fairless, who put in a strong swim. Torvine Dolphin. Under 2 minutes. Matthew Fairless. And a new meet record for the winner. It's City of Cardiff's Alistair Richards, 1:58.85. So, silver in the 400, goes one better in the 200, and joining Rhiannon we have Alistair Richards. So Rhiannon, what has he got to say for himself?
Congratulations, Alistair. Can you explain what it means to you to have won?
Yeah, I've had a pretty tough season, so to finish it like that, I'm quite pleased with it, to be honest.
And what were your expectations going into the race?
I had a pretty poor heat, so I was just trying to dip under the 2 minute mark, so to go 1:58, it was a good race, I think.
And have you been enjoying the meet so far?
Yeah, I've had 2 races so far. This is my third, got another couple to go, so yeah, I'm looking forward to 50 in the morning. So yeah, hopefully that'll go good too.
Well, good luck in those, and congratulations again. Thank you.
So, good to hear, Alistair. And it's always good when, well, in his mind, a mediocre season turns round at the sharp end of it. That makes it all worthwhile. So I think he'd be fairly happy with that. So we're done with the 200 freestyle, except for a couple of presentations. We move on. Our next event is the boys 11-12 years 100 backstroke. Oh, there's a attractive crew. Well, it's got almost as much hair as me. And Di, I'm sure you'll be very happy to review that one. Now, what's all this about? Well, I'm sure that means a lot to that team. Didn't mean anything to me. But anyway, straight on to the next final. This is the 11-12 years 100 backstroke. And they are coming out now as we move to see them any moment now, hopefully. And there is lane 1, Johan Evans of Bridgend. In 2, amphibian swimmer Dennis Cousins. In 3, from City of Cardiff, Rhys James. In 4, from Churt Dragons, Dyfan Jones. In 5, Niall Dunn of Aquabears. In 6, in fact, 6 is Niall Dunn of Aquabears. In fact, Dyfan Jones of Churt Dragons in 5. Retson was in 4. Getting a bit confused there. Aidan Bryce goes in 7, and James Cross completes the lineup in lane 8. So just clarify that. Ryan Retson, the fastest qualifier. In fact, broke a new championship record, 109.77. And the man of the moment in the 11-12s with 6 gold medals. Can he make it number 7 here? So he had about a second in hand in the heat swims. That swim a 109.77, and it looks like he does have the advantage coming down the pool, albeit a relatively narrow one from Dyfan Jones, who I briefly mistook for him, the Churt Dragon. So he is in second place, and these two turning about 6/10 apart. Retson 33.97. Rhys James, the other side of Ryan, in third place in lane 3. Swim from Cardiff. So Ryan Retson continuing his good form, it looks like, and just starting to stretch it now. He's got about a body length. He's holding at that pretty much. So it's very close for second now between Dyfan and Rhys. That one I think will be on the touch, but Ryan Retson is clear of them. It's another goal for the boy from Falkirk, 109.88. So not quite as fast as he swam this morning, just a 10th off that, but he did get the championship record this morning, so can't be too happy about that. Rhys James does take second, 110.80, and Dyfan Jones just behind him. Just edged away from him at the end. 111.07 for Dyfan. So there is your summary. Ryan Retson, Rhys James and Dyfan Jones, the 1, 2, 3 there. As without any further ado, we move on to the 13-14-year-old final. And the swimmers started to come out in the blocks. There in lane 1 is George Hinton of RTW Monson. Yestin Cole of Novia Cigar in 2. Lewis Roberts of Mould will swim in 3. Then 2 from Swin Swansea. In 4, Cameron Crute. And in 5, Daniel Young. In lane 6, representing Bridgend, William Durrant. 7 is first swimmer Mark Elric. And in 8 from Aquabears, Alex Hadley. So into the water, Cameron Crute. He's been on the podium plenty of times. 2 golds included in that. one of which was the 200 back, so can he double up? He only had the advantage of a 10th in the heat over his teammate Daniel Young. This could be the Battle of Swansea in the middle lanes, but a great start in lane 2 from Novio Siergar's Yestin Cole in the red cap over there towards the top of your screen. And I think he has the advantage coming to the wall, although they're now starting to draw him in. Let's see at the turn. Yes, it is Yestin, 31.47. Daniel Young second. Mark Elric in lane 7, turning third. And he got a nice turn there, Mark, and that's given him every opportunity in lane 7. So a very well contested race there, spread across the pool. Elric in 7. Yestin Cole in 2, and then the swimmers in between them. So Elric coming under pressure. Cole is right there with him. I think it's between the two of them in lane 2 and lane 7. I think it might be Yestin Cole getting the touch. Yes, it is. Great swim from him. 104.91. Well, the Novio Siergar swimmer just showing what he could do there. 104.91 is yet another championship record, taking a 10th off the previous record. So Yestin, 106.78 in the heat, so taking nearly 2 seconds off his heat swim time in that final to win it. So we're going straight back to presentations now. We've got a wee shot of the Dumfries contingent, and the first swimmer out will be one of theirs. So the swimmers there, I suspect both the ones waiting for medals and the ones waiting to race back there, just backstage. So here comes that Dumfries girl I was talking about, and she is Emily Hewitson.
The silver medal to Seren Harris, City of Cardiff.
Silver medal goes to City of Cardiff, Seren Harris. She looks very happy with life.
And in a new meet record of 2:10.09,
one of those many championship records went to Caitlin Hanna to tick up the gold, the girl from Northampton, 2:10.09. She broke the record in the heats, brought it down to 2:10.53, and then took another 4 tenths off this evening.
Thank you, girls.
She's saying, not sure how I did that, but I'm pretty pleased about it.
Medal presentation ceremony for the 16
and we move on then to the 16 to 18 years girls.
The bronze medal goes to Lydia Stratford of Hereford.
Bronze medalists. Lydia Stratford of Hereford.
In a time of 2:08.34.
Silver medalist from City of Leeds, Lucy Emerson. Now she had a cracking swim, gets a rousing reception from the Leeds crew. She really pushed the winner all the way, so she should be very proud of her swim in that silver medal winning performance. But the winner, Hereford swimmer, who responded brilliantly to the challenge, Grace Alexander. And that was also a new championship record, 2:07.88. And nice to see two from Hereford there, joining together on the podium along with the Leeds girl.
Thank you, ladies. The next event is the 10-11-year-old.
So we're back to swimming now, and we've got coming up for you the 10-11-year-old girls 100 backstroke final. And the swimmers just starting to come out to the blocks now, making her way to lane 1 is Demi Evans of Wrexham. There she is. Beside her in lane 2 from Swim Swansea, Elizabeth Arnold. In lane 3 from Wigan Best, Charlotte Nestor. In lane 4 from Lincoln Vulcans is Sophie Hart. In lane 5 from City of Leeds, Victoria Gadant. And it's all Leeds from here. In lane 6, Tia Ward. In lane 7, Emily Johnson. And in late, Zina Paniagua Gutierrez. So a strong Leeds contingent. Expect lots of noise for this one. Lane 5, 6, 7 and 8. But the fastest is the girl from Lincoln, Sophie Hart, 1:13.66 in the heats. So let's see how this one develops.
Can we have the following people to presentation, please?
Sophie Hart, not yet a gold medalist, just the one bronze in the 200 backstroke, so needs to promote that if she's going to hold her lane 4 fastest billing. She's certainly off to a good start there in lane 4, and I think she is going to lead them into the wall, coming to the 5 metres before the turn. Up alongside her nearly is Victoria Ganant, and then just behind them Charlotte Nestor in lane 3. Nice turn from Victoria, and that's put her alongside Sophie Hart then. I think it is between these two. Some of the other Leeds girls not that far behind, along with Charlotte Nestor of Wigan. But it's the battle in the centre lanes between Sophie Hart and Victoria Ganant here. Victoria Ganant has also been on the podium a few times, silver in the 100 fly and the 200 back, so she beat Sophie Hart there, and I think she is maybe going to do it again here. She's got the edge in lane 5, and it is Victoria Ganant who takes it, to the delight of the Leeds crowd. 1:12.81 for her. Silver goes to Sophie Hart. She led a lot of the way there, just couldn't quite hold it on. And third, Charlotte Nestor in lane 3 from Wigan Best. So that is the 1, 2, 3. So Victoria Ganant really pushing on there where it mattered. So we go straight on then. So on to lane 1 then, and we have got here Beth Constance, Dundee City Aquatics. In 2, Isabel Wild of Mould. In 3, Ramsbottom Charlotte Marshall. In 4, Pavan Mawaha of Harrow. In 5, Lois Masters, City of Cardiff. In 6, Tegan Frizzell, City of Cardiff. 7 is Hannah Denny of Thanet. And lane 8, Emily Arnold of Swim Swansea. So in the 200 backstroke, it was Lois Masters first, Pavan Mawaha second. It's the other way round in the heats this morning. Pavan in that lime greeny yellow costume in lane 4, and she is first away here. Also off to a good start, the Ramsbottom girl Charlotte Marshall. So let's see what she can do as well. She was the bronze medalist in the 200 backstroke, so the 3 medalists there in the 200 are all up there or thereabouts in the 100 at halfway. It's Pavan who leads them. Second, Charlotte. Third, Lewis at the turn. Can Pavan hold it on down this second leg? She's looking good here. She's up by about a body length from second place, Lois Masters in lane 5. Not far behind her is Charlotte Marshall. It's looking like a battle for silver between these two, because Pavan is now a body length up. It's going to be a first gold for her, I think, making up for the disappointment of only getting silver in the 200, and a comprehensive win there, 108.46 for her, and a new championship record to boot. So good work from the girl from Harrow. And it was Charlotte Marshall taking second, 110.07, just ahead of Lois Masters, 110.23. And Pavan looking pleased there. And look at the supporters club up there. Smiles all the way over their faces. And I guess that was what was planned. And confirmation there. 108.46 for Pavan. Charlotte second, 110.07, just ahead of Lois Masters. That was pretty close, just 1600. 110.23, and huge cheers as the girls come out of the pool. So 108, pretty tidy swimming for a 13-year-old. And I think we may well be moving to presentations now. It's the boys 100 backstroke will be up, the 11-12-year-olds. Relays up next in the swimming, so that's always a great way to finish off. So here we go, and it's Chert Drager and Dyphon Jones will pick up bronze. Silver medal goes to Rhys James of City of Cardiff. And 109.88, Ryan Retson. He broke the championship record in the heats. It's yet another medal for Ryan Retson of first. It's getting to be a habit for him now. So on to the 13-14 age group. Bronze medalist Cameron Crute of Swim Swansea. Fastest qualifier, so maybe we'll be a little disappointed with bronze. Doesn't look overly enamoured with it. Oh, maybe a wee smile there. Silver medalist, another first swimmer, Mark Elric. So a good little run from first. And the gold medalist, a new championship record, 104.91 from Nofio Cigar, Yeston Cole. That, I hasten to add, is not Yeston. That is. Now, that would have been impressive if that youngster had got a 104.91. Maybe one day.
Maybe a future winner there looking on.
Clearly a swimming family, so I'm sure that young person, there he is again. I'm assuming it's a he, not absolutely sure. Will be in the water before we know it. So we go now to our relays. Of course, this is heat declared winner event. It's the fastest three teams from the two heats will pick up the medals. There's a coach all ready to go as Wrexham B come out into lane 2. Wrexham A team right beside them in lane 3. Mould go in lane 4. So that is the Wrexham B team. There is the Wrexham A team. To move across to lane 4, we'll see the Mould swimmers, because just 2 of them at this end, the other 2 at the other end of the pool. 5 is Celtic Dolphins, and lane 6, Thanet. So no entry time guides for us here, so we just have to see how this one progresses and whether the swimmers in this first heat can put in something that is going to be a medal threat. Let's see how they go. Nice start from the Wrexham A lead-off swimmer. That is Zoe Wellman. And she has the edge. Her teammate in the B team isn't doing too badly either, Catherine Roberts. So Wrexham right up there. So in lanes 5 and 6, Celtic Dolphins led off by Nicola Grange and Eloise Clements for Thanet. And I think maybe these two are now challenging, particularly Thanet. We have seen a Thanet medal-winning team already in these championships, and they do have the advantage after the first turn, 35.39 for them at the first split. And it is Samantha Allen now for them doing the breaststroke. And just behind them for Celtic Dolphins, it's Ellie Sace. And then the Wrexham A team in third, Chloe Pritchard Charlie. But the two teams close together now, Thanet and Celtic Dolphins. Samantha Allen and Ellie Sace are going to be just about together at the halfway point. Just Thanet in the lead, 1:15.53 as Hannah Denny goes in for them. A very strong swimmer. She has been impressive. A youngster though, just 13 in this 10 to 18 age group swimmer, so she's going well. Ewan Lewis of Celtic Dolphins in second place, and lane 3 Maury Chaplin for Wrexham A team, but it's very much Thanet's race to lose here, and I doubt they'll do that. Lauren Palmer-Jones is taking the anchor leg for them. It's pretty close for second between Celtic Dolphins' Katie Owen and Wrexham's Laura Green. That one I think is going to go the distance, but neither of them are going to catch Thanet here. 50 metres for them to go. Lauren Palmer-Jones will bring them in. Still the battle rages for second. Kate Owen for Celtic Dolphins against Laura Green for Wrexham. So Thanet take it 2:16.60. So that's the time for Heat 2 to beat. Second, Celtic Dolphins by a couple of tenths. Well, in fact, 4 tenths. Rather than more than that. Nice smile on my co-commentator's face for that one. 2:19.54. Celtic Dolphins close to his heart. And Wrexham third, 2:19.97.
Yeah, Di Thomas, head coach Celtic Dolphins, will be pleasantly happy with that. But great racing by Thanet in lane 6.
So we'll see how that does with the second heat. Confirmation there of that top 3 down at Celtic Dolphins and Wrexham. As we move to the last race of what has been a very exciting evening swimming. Lots and lots of medals. The teams coming out now to the blocks, and there in lane 1 is City of Cardiff. 2 is Pembrokeshire County. 3 is Hereford. In lane 4, Sevenoaks. In lane 5, Novio Cigar. In lane 6, City of Leicester. And there they come. Lane 7 is the team from First. And in lane 8, coming out to the blocks, is Neath. So 2:16.60 the time to beat. A few of these teams have submitted entry times, and 3 of them are faster than 2:16.60. So let's see how that goes. Those 3, Hereford, Sevenoaks and Novio Cigar. But you can't necessarily assume that they're going to be the winners. City of Cardiff were the freestyle relay winners in this one from Pembrokeshire and Sevenoaks. So they'll be looking to do the double out of lane 1. So let's see how this one develops. It certainly is a good start from Cardiff. Bethan Connolly doing the lead-off backstroke leg, but, well, close early on here. Pembs County as well going well. Hannah Saunders for them, and Hereford with Lydia Stratford, who we just saw on the podium picking up bronze. But it does look like Cardiff have got the early advantage there, right up at the top of the screen. Coming well also in lane 4 is Sevenoaks. They're certainly in the hunt there. 32.25 Cardiff, 32.44 Sevenoaks, so not much in it there. And it's Annie Keppel-Palmer doing the breaststroke for Sevenoaks, Helena Booth for Cardiff, and then just behind them, Hazel Fox for Pembs County, Carla Thornwell for Hereford, and on the near side for First, Jennifer Dixon and Grace Watts for Neath. But it is Sevenoaks and Cardiff doing battle here, and not very much between them. They are just pulling away from the rest of the field here. Let's see who gets the touch at halfway. Very close, but it is just Sevenoaks, 108.28, and that is quite a bit faster than we saw in the first heat. Emma Mitchell doing the butterfly leg for Sevenoaks against Zina Al-Kelabi. She's been a regular tweeter here, not be tweeting at the moment. She is swimming her heart out there for City of Cardiff in lane 1. Lanes 2 and 3 battling for third. Fionn Davis for Pembs County against Grace Alexander, we just saw on the top of the podium for Hereford. So final swimmers go then, and it's Laura Q for Sevenoaks, Nadine James for City of Cardiff. Sevenoaks are looking in a strong position now. In third, it's Hereford, Jade Adcock doing the anchor for them. Pembs County, Caris Thomas will try and close it down. Now can Cardiff catch Sevenoaks here? This is the race for gold. Still Sevenoaks have the edge, but Cardiff has started to close it down now as they come into the final 5. But Sevenoaks, I think, should hang on to this one, and they do by 3/10 in the end. So a good race to finish us off, and that is faster than the first heat by 9 seconds or so. So Sevenoaks, 2:07.41. A good smile, little fist shake there from their anchor swimmer, Laura Q. And as we go up to the scoreboard there, we swoosh for you. 2:07.41 for Sevenoaks. City of Cardiff, 2:07.74. And Hereford in lane 3. Unfortunately, we're hearing news of a disqualification. It was in the first heat, lane 2, Wrexham B team, so it doesn't affect the major places, but a disappointment for those girls. 2:07.41. We finish off as we started with a new championship record there. The previous record was 2:10, so those top 2 swimmers both well inside the old record time. Great swimming from Sevenoaks and City of Cardiff there. And a good bronze medal for Hereford as well. So 2 of those girls just off the podium. They'll be right back there. So some good swimming to finish off the evening. We do have presentations now for the 10-11-year-old 100 backstroke, and here comes the bronze medalist, Wigan best swimmer Charlotte Nesta. Silver medalist from Lincoln Vulcans, Sophie Hart. Now, she was the fastest qualifier for this one, so maybe a little disappointed to just be getting the silver. It certainly looks a little bit that way, but this girl's not disappointed. She's happy as anything. Victoria Gananta, City of Leeds, to the rapturous delight of the Leeds contingent here at the Welsh National Pool in Swansea. It's very good to see that team support and an example to clubs around the country watching this, how important it is to get behind your team and develop that team spirit.
I think they're just heading out now, the Leeds lot, but what a fantastic support they show. Great team spirit.
So we move then to the 12-13-year-old presentation. The bronze medalist, City of Cardiff's Lewis Masters. Charlotte Marshall of Ramsbottom takes silver. And I think we're going to have a very happy girl and a rapturous family to greet the gold medalist from Harrow, Pavan Mawaha. And lots of cheers ring out for Pavan, and she certainly looks very happy. New meet record time, 1:08.46. I think I've lost count of the number of championship records we've had tonight. Just doing a quick count.
That was a superb swim by Pavan there. And there's her family and friends, they are absolutely delighted. They've made some brilliant noise tonight as well, just below us here in the commentary box.
And smiles all around there, and the camera being used. And there is Pavan. And remembering that 4 of the events are new events, so automatically our championship record, so discounting that, I reckon there's 9 were set today out of a possible, how many? Let's just count. 4, 6, 8, 12, 13.
13, wow. 9 out of 13.
Out of 13.
That's not bad, is it?
It's brilliant.
Fantastic stuff.
One more presentation to do, so the crowd just holding on by the exit doors just to see this presentation and then make a quick getaway, try and beat the queues in the car park. So as a result of that, slightly fewer in the podium. There is Pavan up there with that pink towel there showing her medal. Let's have a look at that. Well done, Pavan. She'll be getting the rapturous congratulations of all the family there. One of our trusty officials. And the water bottle. It's pretty hot on this poolside, so always important to keep hydrated. So we're just waiting for our relay medalists to get themselves across to the podium area. Mark Arnold will be doing the honours, as he has quite a few times over the week, the Swim Wales Chief Operating Officer. And he has the medals in his hand, so he's ready. We're ready here at the commentary point. All we need is a few girls to give the medals to. So through 5 days now, Mark, bearing up okay?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I've been obviously up here quite a few times with you, Duncan, and obviously, you know, it's been fantastic to have this sort of view of the whole event and, you know, get to see all these swimmers, you know, swimming fantastically well, and to see, as you said, some of the PBs and some of the records broken as well. It's just been really, really amazing, and I'm delighted that that's happening in South Wales and Swansea as well.
So Swansea certainly know how to put on a show. And of course we spoke at the top of the programme to the lady who makes it all happen, Lisa Forrest. So huge congratulations to her so far. As touch wood as I say that, everything continues to go as well. And of course Martin Noble we spoke to as well, our lead referee, the referees and officials guiding us through the week.
I have to say it did take some coaxing to get Lisa Forrest up here to have a chat with you, Duncan, but yeah, she did some really, really brilliant work which goes really unnoticed behind the scenes to make this all happen.
Yes, it's many moving parts in a major championships like this. It's not just what goes on in the pool. There's plenty going out front of house as well. So lots for her to be thinking about. I think we're just about ready. You can see there the swimmers gathering at the call area. That man in green, one of a large troop of volunteers, just making sure everything is in order before they come out. And coming forward to take the bronze medal is the team from Hereford. And there they are. Lydia Stratford, Carla Thornwell, Grace Alexander, and anchored by Jade Adcock.
The silver medal is awarded to City of
Terrific swim from City of Cardiff for the silver medal. They really pushed hard on this one. Gold medalists in the free relay, silver in this medley relay. And the team of Bethan Connolly, Eleanor Booth, Zena Al-Kelabi and Nadine James can be very proud of their efforts.
And City of Cardiff broke the old meet record.
And a new meet record, though, to our winners here. The team in red there, waiting to come out. I think they've only realised they've just broken the championship record. That just puts the icing on the cake for them. And they come to the top of the podium. The Sevenoaks team, Isabel Booth, Annie Keppel-Palmer, Emma Mitchell, and Laura Q.
Congratulations, ladies.
So they're looking pretty happy about life. So are the Cardiff girls. Hereford quietly smiling there in the bronze medal spot. Oh, quick picture for the Cardiff girls. Come on, get back on that podium. Smile nicely.
I think Hereford have made a sharp exit.
Job done. There's Penn's County, congratulations, but after 5 days you have to be a little bit tired there. And I think we all feel a little bit of that. So that's just about us done then. So thank you very much again for your presence with us today. We've had record numbers tuning in today. We're 15 sessions down, 5 sessions to go here at the British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals. So we'll be back tomorrow morning for yet more exciting swimming. The session starts at 9:30, so we'll be on air around about 20 past. In the meantime, check out the results on swimwales.org and review the action on youtube.com/QuipuTV. And of course, there's always the Twitter line, #BGSNLive, and tell us how you think it's going. Show your congratulations for some of the fantastic swims that we had today. So thanks once again to Mark Tancock, and both he and I, Duncan McKinnell, will be looking forward to seeing you again in the next day or two. But for now, from Swansea and the British Gas Swim Wales Summer Nationals, a very good evening to you.
Hi, I'm Steve Parry and I'm here to tell you about British Gas Swim Britain. British Gas, they've got a great aim. They want to get more people swimming regularly by 2015. So in order to take part in Swim Britain, you've got a team challenge. There's 4 of you. You've all got to swim 1,000 metres. You do 250 metres each in a relay until you've done the 1,000 metres. Swim Britain is going to help you get fitter and healthier, and they're even going to give you tips along the way. It's all going to accumulate in 10 events in September at venues across the country. Now, logistics of this event are super easy. You're going to get a swimming cap, a t-shirt and a timing chip. You pick them up at the venue on the day. So all you need to think about is the regular stuff. Your swimming goggles and a pair of trunks. You could wear these, or perhaps some of these. You might want 2 towels as well instead of 1. So you'll need 1 towel for poolside and also a towel for when you get changed at the end. Maybe a bit of shampoo as well. And last but not least, make sure you take some water with you. So how does the Swim Britain relay work? Well, you've got to get your teammates. Here's one of mine, me Chris, just happens to be an international swimmer. I'll have some of that. He's going to lead off. Let's go, Chris. Yes. When he's done his 250 metres, he's got to make sure that his timing chip registers. Don't worry, there'll be people there on the day to make sure that that happens. Chris is then going to walk over to his second teammate, who's going to be in the transition area, and he's going to give him a high five. Nice high five. Then Chris is done. He's good to go. He can go have a little bit of a rest. It's going to get very crowded if all of you are waiting at the end of the pool. So we've got a rule. Only the person that's swimming next can be in the transition zone. So Swim Britain's going to be like no event you've ever done before, largely because of these bad boys. They're actually called boys, and you're going to have to swim around them. When you're swimming down the pool, you've got to keep the buoy to your left-hand side. And when you're swimming back up the pool, you've got to keep it to your right-hand side. Just keep an eye out for them. Big orange things, can't miss them. Stay as tight as you can to the buoy. You've only got to swim 250 metres. There's no point swimming any more than that if you don't have to. Once you've got your team together, make sure you get the opportunity to train together. Set yourself both an individual goal. You know what? Challenge the other guys on your team as well. You might surprise yourself and with some good training, beat the time that you thought you were going to go. What about making some hoodies with your team name on there? You're taking on everyone else in Swim Britain. You've got to get in there with the right frame of mind. Maybe you want to go in some fancy dress. I don't suggest you swim in the fancy dress. That might slow you down a little bit. Maybe you can even come up with your own song, you know. I can see all four of you doing the Gangnam Style. Maybe not. But most of all, make sure there's some cracking banter between you and your teammates, and let's maximise the fun that we're going to have on Swim Britain. Good luck and enjoy.